My name is Shannon Gillette, and I'm proud to lead one of the top real estate teams in the state of Arizona. And today, we are continuing our series where I interview some of our top performing Gillette Group teammates to find out, how did they become a top performer? What are they doing to help clients buy and sell homes in this more difficult market? And today, we have a very special guest, Rhiannon Halverson, who is just killing it. One of the nicest people I've ever met. She is a great mom, wife, involved in her church, the community, and she's selling a lot of homes. So we're going to find out how she's doing it all. So welcome to the show, Rhiannon.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. Well, being a real estate agent is difficult.
Yes.
What is a myth that you think most people think about real estate agents that you know is just not true?
Oh, well, I even believed the myth when I was getting into this business was just that all we do is open doors and take videos of very pretty houses. And that is not true. There's so much more that goes on behind the scenes with inspections and appraisals and negotiations and phone calls and emails. So there's just so much more behind the scenes that even I did not realize until I got into this business.
Lots of long days.
Yes. Late nights.
I often say, imagine once you become a real estate agent, you will never be able to leave your phone again.
No.
You're sitting in the movie theater, you have your phone on the lap, it's 9 p.m. at night, you're waiting to see if your counter got accepted, you're by your phone.
Yep.
It's a little unhealthy, but we do it for our clients because we care.
Yes.
And you have to have a strong why in this business or you won't survive a day. Yes. Because it is hard. Yes. So what is your why? What keeps you going?
My why, growing up, I didn't have a very present mom. She was working a lot, and so I admire her work ethic and her drive, but I knew I just wanted to format that a little different with my kids. So real estate has really allowed me to be there for the special moments. I don't miss the games and the parties and drop off. I'm there for bedtime. So real estate's just allowed me to give my kids that balance and stability I really craved as a kid.
That's amazing. And what advice going back, because you've been in real estate for many years now, built an incredible business, going back speaking to Rhiannon, who just got her license, what would you tell her?
Oh my goodness. So I actually got my license. I was 9 months pregnant. And so if I can do it and pass the test 9 months pregnant, anyone can. But just keep that momentum going. I don't lose that. Real estate really is just all about consistency, those day-to-day actions, and you don't always see it right away in the beginning. It takes a few months to build up, but just keep going and planting those little seeds. It will eventually bloom.
I love that. And I always say there's so many ways to be successful in real estate. You just have to be consistent. Too many people give up too fast because they're waiting for the overnight success. Mm-hmm. You have a great Instagram following. You're amazing with your content and you're present on your stories. People can follow along and they really feel like they know you and you're getting a lot of business from social media. But if you were given a mic to speak on stage at the biggest real estate conference in the world, what would you be teaching on? What is your superpower in real estate?
Building my community, just giving back to my community, whether it is volunteering with nonprofits, my kids' school, throughout my church, just building those authentic relationships and even sharing that through social media. I have built a huge community of referrals just based on social media and giving back into the community. So I would just share how being your authentic self and just being an active member in your community, whatever that is, if it's church or school, you can benefit from that.
And when you're showing up on social media, you never have to ask anyone, are you looking to buy or sell a home?
No.
If you're planting those seeds every single day like you are, they naturally think of you when it's time to buy or sell. Yeah. So what are a few tips you would give an agent that is maybe just trying to get involved in more community? They might not know where to start. What do you do?
Just find what you're passionate about. For me, it's church. I really enjoy going to church and volunteering. So whether that's your kids, soccer games or kids' schools, just finding what you're passionate about and getting plugged in and sharing about it. Don't be afraid to share about, those little side things that you're passionate about.
And you've just recently started something in your own neighborhood, which I think every mom of young kids that's in real estate should be doing. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
So I noticed that there was a need in my community, in my neighborhood. There was no moms group, Facebook group. So I'm starting my own Facebook group where we can plan play dates and get-togethers and just having that community online of moms in our area. And it's so simple. Like, it's Spirit Week tomorrow. I need a jersey. Does anyone have a jersey? And so just having that relationship online within our community.
And then are you going to bring it offline, like doing park play dates? What are your plans with that?
Yes, so we have play dates planned. We're actually planning this huge mom's night out coming up where we have a lot of local vendors that we're supporting. So there'll be shopping and food trucks and just an amazing event for moms just to get to know each other within our community and just build that support system.
Yeah, well, I think that's such great advice because I know you well. Like, you're doing it from your heart of wanting to be present with your kids, whether it's a play date, and you have a passion for the mom community. You're not necessarily saying, oh, I'm only doing this to meet clients. You're showing up authentic, and naturally that turns into transactions because the more people you know. So I hope anyone watching, especially if they're a newer agent, like, your big message is like, get out, get involved in your community. If you have young kids, joining a mom's group is life-changing.
Yes.
Like, how has just being a part of a mom's group, not like business aside, but how has that just impacted your life?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I got involved with the mom's group, you know, during some really rough time in my life, and it saved me, just having that community of moms that you could go to and know you have that support system, you know, totally business aside. Just when you're in the trenches of postpartum and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, it's so nice to have just a community to kind of support you.
Yeah, it's very easy as a mom, especially with young kids, to be very isolated.
Yeah.
We live on social media. A lot of people just moved here. They don't know anyone.
Yep.
So they often are just staying home all day.
Yeah.
And joining a mom's group is life-changing. I don't know where I would be if I mean, my kids are older now. I'm beyond the mom's group stage, but like, those were some of my favorite memories.
Yes.
Going to play dates, just having that community. So if someone's looking for a mom's group, like, where should they go?
Well, I mean, we have an amazing one at my church right now, Rock Point. Anyone is welcome. We are always welcoming more moms, but just reach out to me through, you know, social media. I'd love to give you plugged in, just within our group.
Yeah, no, that's powerful. I back to business now, but I know that is so important, right? Because we probably have a lot of moms watching. Now, if a working mom's watching, being a working mom is very difficult.
Yeah.
But you make it look so easy. What's your advice to a working mom in real estate that's just struggling to even find time to eat dinner with their family?
Oh my goodness, you need to time block and just set those boundaries. You know, what is non-negotiable for you as a mom. You know, I know for you, your Friday nights are non-negotiable. That's your family time. So bedtime for us is a non-negotiable. I need to be home every night for bedtime to read a story and do our Bible verses and stuff. So just setting those clear boundaries, and then time blocking is huge for me. Just in the morning, you know, during nap time, that is my time to crank out, you know, my content, my emails, my calls, my texts, just being diligent about that.
That's amazing advice. And in this business, it's easy if you are not organized to let the day get away from you. And you're like, well, what did I really do today? Or I spent 3 hours scrolling on social media. Or you may look at your calendar and say, it's been a month since I've gone on a date with my husband, or it's been a month since I've taken my kids out one-on-one. And that's why my family and I, we do Friday night family night no matter what. Like, if a multi-million-dollar seller calls me up to list their home and it's on a Friday night, like, I treat my Friday night family night like that multi-million-dollar listing consult. I'm not going to change it because it's important, because we are often gone a lot at random times as real estate agents, hosting open houses on Saturday, going out for late night showings. But what you do so well is you don't miss those big moments. You're at your kids' games, you're at their dance class and all of that. But how do you do it? Like, do you think there's power in being on a team versus being a solo agent?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, just even my daughter got sick last year, and it was amazing. I just texted the team and was like, I need help. And immediately multiple agents were in there like, okay, I'm showing your clients on this date, like, I'm helping you with this. And it was just like the stress of a kid being sick as a mom and then having to worry about work. It was so nice to have a team just there back and supporting you and just making sure your clients were covered.
Yeah, there's power in a team, not only for your quality of life, but also your clients. When you're on a solid team, you have more resources, more marketing, more support, availability 7 days a week. What would you say to the solo agent that is like, oh no, I don't want to be on a team. Like, I'm going to lose money if I go on a
I
team.
know.
What advice would you give them?
You get so much more on a team, when you weigh what you might be losing as a team split versus what you're getting, you get so much more quality of life. Just having that help, collaboration, just so many times, and even in our group chat, I'll ask a question and you just get so much feedback on how you can maybe solve a certain objection that you're having. So yeah, I wish I would have done a team right off the bat.
Yeah, I often say you, as an agent, you have to look at your annual income, not your per transaction income, because if you're on a solid team with resources and maybe a few leads here and there, your annual income will be more, right? So you've sold a lot of homes, you've helped so many buyers and sellers, but what's your most memorable sale?
Oh, goodness. Okay, this would be helping my buyers find a home in Agritopia. They were dead set on this neighborhood, which, Agritopia, for those that maybe are listening and don't know, it's this charming little neighborhood, and it can be hard to get into. So we had seen everything on MLS. We weren't finding anything. So I was very proactive. I started sending mailers out to the neighborhood. I actually door knocked the neighborhood. And I had become such a face in the neighborhood that I was having homeowners reach out to me and letting me know, hey, we're thinking about selling our house. I think this might be a good fit for your buyers. So we toured multiple off-market properties that never even made it to MLS. And we were able to get my clients an amazing home in Agritopia just simply from my networking and going beyond the MLS to find them a home.
That's amazing. It's got to be a great feeling to know they probably wouldn't have their dream home if it wasn't for your hard work. And it goes back to that myth where people think, hey, everything's so easy in this job. What would you say to someone that's like, hey, my cousin just got their license. I feel bad. They really need money. I'm just going to have them help me with the buying of my house.
I know. You have to look at it. It's like, this is your biggest asset. And I know it stinks that you maybe are hurting feelings, but at the end of the day, you have to just look at it as like a big asset that you want to be educated on. You wouldn't, if you were looking for an attorney, you wouldn't go with the cheapest one, right? You would want to find someone that's going to win and get you the home at the end of the day that you want with the best terms.
Yeah, it's so powerful. And a big objection we get a lot because people are hiring agents because they don't want to hurt feelings.
Yes.
And I like to say, if you are having to tell your friend that, hey, I'm going with like one of the biggest teams in town because I have to sell my home for the highest price possible. If they are a true friend, they would want the best for you.
Agreed.
And what we have to offer, the level of exposure we can get for our clients, like it's impossible to beat. And if you lose a friend over that, like they weren't a true friend. They literally should want the best for you. Do you have any advice for agents out there? Like maybe I know you have a lot of Instagram followers. Do you get questions often? Like any advice, anything you want to add?
Yeah. I mean, just with social media and stuff, just where to start, just what to post. And I like just going out to like the new builds and homes and just sharing about the community that you're involved in, whether that's a new local hotspot, a new restaurant coming up, sharing about incentives at new builds, and just kind of being that source of education for the community. But don't be afraid to share, your authentic self. People want to see who it is behind the real estate.
Yeah. What advice would you give to a mom that doesn't want to share their kids on social media?
You definitely don't have to. I mean, I see ways around it nowadays. You can shoot behind the scenes where you're not showing faces, or if you totally don't want to show your kids at all, you can still talk about it and, heading to the football game. And there's ways around not showing your kids. And I respect that because the internet can be a scary place. So I would still encourage them to share their behind the scenes, just in a different way.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, in order to be successful on Instagram and social media, like you have much success from social media, you can't just be a nonstop commercial.
No,
you can't just share just sold, just listed.
sold,
Nobody
just
wants
listed.
to follow that,
No,
right? Like they
no.
want to know who you are
Yes.
behind your job, and you do that by sharing what's important to you.
Yep.
What about the agent that like, oh, they might offend someone, right? You share that you're at church on Sunday. Like you're sharing who you are. Like what about like you want to be for everybody? What if that offends someone?
That used to be me. I used to be very, every post I was like, oh, well, what if this offends this person? Or I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But at the end of the day, I want to work with clients that want to work with me because we have the same values, or we get along better. So I like sharing my true authentic self, because it's really cool to have someone come up to you at church like, hey, I saw, you were at Wednesday's Bible study, and then you build that relationship that way. So at the end of the day, people are going to work with who they want to work. So I want to share my true self. That way when clients come and they're like, I would love to work with you, it's a good fit.
Yeah, there's enough real estate out there for everyone. And I truly believe the agent or the lender with the best personal brand is going to win a lot of the business of the future, because the average U.S. adult spending 2 hours a day on social media. So if you're not showing up there and you're not visible, you're going to lose business. The most visible agent is going to win, and you're super visible online. But we are in a market where there are 55,000 real estate agents. What do you offer your clients that stands out? Like, what makes you different?
I think just our team. We just have so much to offer, especially when it comes to listing, our lifestyle listing marketing strategy. I don't see anyone else doing that in our market. So I think we go above and beyond. And a lot of times when I have clients reach out, it's because of like videos they saw. And it's so powerful to be, I was at Bible study, and a mom in the group was like, oh, I saw this house for sale, and it was the home you were selling. It was a random video on YouTube that popped up, and they saw it that way. So just the fact that our team is so heavily into marketing through YouTube and social media with our targeted ads, I don't think there's any other team out there doing that.
Yeah, and if a seller is interviewing agents, you have to have an experienced agent that knows how to negotiate, knows how to problem solve. But what are they doing beyond just putting the sign in the yard and taking some photos? You've got to have a solid marketing plan. And we often just feel frustrated because we see the results. We get the calls. You can literally see it on our Instagram Reels in the comments, like, send me more information. I want to schedule a showing. We see the results, and it's so frustrating to think, like, why isn't every agent doing this? Like, it works. Marketing beyond the MLS works. We're definitely doing that well. And I mean, you've given a lot of great advice, and you built such an incredible business. It's now time for rapid fire.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Hopefully.
Rapid fire. Here we go. Okay. Do you prefer buyers or sellers?
Oh, I love buyers.
Oh, that's sweet, Rhiannon.
I know.
You are so
That's not the
patient and
traditional
awesome.
real estate answer.
I prefer sellers.
I know.
But it's not my. Okay. What's your dream neighborhood to live in?
So we love the whole idea of like acreage, chickens. That's kind of our vibe. So Greenfield Acres would be like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I thought you were going to say Agritopia, but you probably want more space.
No, we want more space. Yeah.
Okay. Where's your favorite place to shop for business clothes?
Amazon.
Amazon. That's been a popular answer on this series. What's the most underrated feature in a home?
The pantry, because I have small kids and they have lots of snacks and food, so I need a big pantry.
And you're always at Costco from what I see
Costco.
On your Instagram stories. What's your coffee order of choice?
So I am simple, just an iced espresso with white chocolate.
Oh, that sounds good. Favorite podcast or favorite book?
I am really loving, oh goodness, I just read Mel Robbins, The 5-Second Rule. I really, really liked that.
Yeah.
There's so many podcasts I listen to. I can't think of all their names. There's like Modern Agent, Marketing, Tips. Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
like,
I
can't
always,
even think.
if an agent, like I've been in this business 20 years. I still am obsessed with podcasts.
I
still
love
learn.
podcasts.
Like, you'll never know it all in this business, and things are always changing. So when you're driving to showings, instead of listening to music, put on a podcast or an audiobook. If you have 10 minutes alone, are you doing a podcast or scrolling social?
So I do this thing where I like to scroll social, but it's a little different. I spend 10 minutes commenting on posts, and then 10 minutes commenting on stories, and then 10 minutes commenting on hashtags in my area. So not necessarily just aimlessly scrolling, but
very intentional.
just
I love
being
that.
Engaged.
It's very powerful, because the more you comment, then they see your stuff, and then your clients are getting more exposure when you're sharing their home. One thing about Rhiannon, she's cooking meals. I'm like, how are you doing like homemade meals? And I sent you a message on Instagram the other day. I go, I hope your husband knows how lucky he is. I do not cook anything. But what is, I have an idea of what I think you're going to say, but what is your go-to family dinner on a busy night?
Oh my goodness. On a busy night. So like non-cooking, or are you
It's
talking
whatever.
about?
Like, what's, if you had a busy day, what are you serving your family for dinner tonight?
Usually it's the crock pot,
I
the
knew you
pot
were gonna
roast.
say
Yeah,
that. I don't even know.
It's so easy. You just throw it in the morning before your day, and then you come home and it's ready to go.
I need to get a crock pot.
I know. Crock pots are great. There's so much you throw it all in there and you go, and then you come home and it's ready.
Yes. So Rhiannon's working mom tip: get a crock pot.
Get a crock pot.
Okay. Well, that's amazing, man. Rhiannon is awesome. If you're not following her on social media, you should. Where can they find you?
On Instagram, Rhiannon.halverson.sellsaz.
All right. And she responds to every single DM. So if there's more you want to know, send her a message. But also, what do you think of this series? Should we do more of this? Like, subscribe, comment. What did you like best? What did you learn from Rhiannon? What are you struggling with in real estate? Whatever you want, just comment below. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.